The drive to endlessly grow, crush the competition, and scale to the moon has become the standard definition of success. But the 2,500-year-old Tao Te Ching argues that this specific hyper-aggressive behavior ensures failure. The text observes a pattern of paradoxical reversals in the natural world. What is currently in front will eventually be behind, and what starts with strength often ends in ruin. Forcing an outcome and accumulating temporary power creates a fragile peak. This exertion eventually turns the person into the spoil of weakness, as the energy required to maintain that forced position becomes a liability. The Tao Te Ching proposes that by putting away excessive effort and stopping the hustle, a person can align with the natural flow of things, a strategy that Laozi argues leads to a more durable form of influence. In Taoist philosophy, military force is viewed as a flawed mechanism because it triggers a proportional, violent backlash from the system it tries to dominate. Housing an army has immediate consequences. As military deployment spikes, agricultural yield drops, and thorns reclaim the landscape, causing famine. Thus, a commander strikes only from absolute necessity, immediately halting operations. Success requires resolving conflict without desiring continued dominance. Weapons are considered instruments of evil omen. Consequently, a victory in battle is observed with the rites of mourning rather than celebration, with the victor weeping for the lives lost. Relying on force to achieve maturity quickly leads to decay. It violates the natural order, ensuring the person's influence comes to a swift end. The text describes the Tao as a primordial, nameless force. While it may seem small in its simplicity, it is impossible for anyone to subjugate. If a leader can hold to this simplicity, the world will spontaneously align with them. Power is gathered not by issuing orders, but by remaining in a state that others naturally gravitate toward. The text compares this to the way heaven and earth unite to send down sweet dew, which reaches everyone equally without being directed by human intervention. Great oceans do not hunt for water. They gather the contents of every valley by maintaining a lower position. Success depends on resting in your position. By remaining where things naturally pool, you eliminate the risk of failure. True influence acts like gravity. It is a passive force that pulls resources and people toward you only when you stop aggressively reaching for them. Understanding other people requires discernment, but the text argues that true intelligence is found in the clarity required to understand oneself. This illustrates two types of strength: using external force to overcome others on the left versus the sage's superior might of overcoming their own ego. Wealth is redefined as a state of contentment. A person who is satisfied with their lot is considered truly rich, regardless of their material holdings. Maintaining this internal satisfaction is not a state of passivity. It requires a continuous, firm will to resist the urge to constantly seek more. Power manifests in the ability to maintain the boundaries of your own desires and hold your position, rather than expanding territory until it collapses under its own weight. A master of these principles systematically puts away excessive effort, extravagance, and easy indulgence. Forceful lives burn out quickly and are forgotten, but like this stream smoothing the stone, lives aligned with the natural flow of things gently shape history without ever resorting to aggression. Chapter 33 identifies the ultimate metric of success: the ability to die without your impact ever perishing from the world. Stepping back to conquer your own impulses allows the natural gravity of the universe to do the heavy lifting. So to gain influence today, consider starting with the most effective power move available. Turn off your phone and take a nap.